The iPhone 15 was released 3 months ago, and I've been using my iPhone 15 Pro Max since day one. But is it worth it? Should you upgrade? As you know, I cannot give you a final answer or make this decision for you, but let's dive into my experience with it over the past 3 months because I'm sure it'll help you make your final decision. Before we get started, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy this type of content and subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Marina, and if you're new here, it's nice to meet you and welcome to the channel. Also, let me quickly tell you about today's sponsor, Ondar. Their iPhone 15 cases are available, and the Aspen iPhone case is slim, stylish, and comes in cool colors to match your taste. This is the jet black Aspen for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I think it looks great on the natural titanium iPhone 15. The Aspen works with MagSafe, so you can use your MagSafe chargers and accessories, but what makes it really special is the top-notch leather quality. It feels incredibly nice, its durability is great, and this case is excellent at keeping your iPhone safe from everyday bumps and scratches. Make sure to visit Ondar's website and use the code MARINA15 to get 15% off your order today. Big thanks to Ondar for supporting today's video, and now let's get back to it. Let me start off with heating issues. Every time Apple brings out a new iPhone, people hear about some issues. And this year, many users have been complaining about the iPhone 15 Pro overheating. Some thought the new iPhones had a design issue, but Apple later said there was a bug causing the problem. They apparently fixed it by releasing the iOS 17.0.3 update a little bit after the official iPhone release, and fortunately, I haven't had any problems since the beginning. But unfortunately, I talked to a few users who are still experiencing this, so I would love to hear from you. Even after 3 months, are you still having this issue if you ended up already purchasing the iPhone 15? Please let me know down below, and also commenting here is a great way to help other users who are currently thinking about purchasing the new iPhone because they can use the comment section below as a forum. Now, this is the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and the biggest reasons for me to go with the Pro Max models were battery life and the new telephoto camera. Battery life is great, really similar to the previous iPhone 14 Pro Max's battery, which already had incredible battery life. I can simply go a full day on a single charge. As for the telephoto camera, which offers a 5x optical zoom at 120mm focal length, I'm really happy with the results. And I took some cool photos at first, but I have to confess that my main use for the telephoto camera at this moment is cat pictures. I'm not saying this is bad or the camera isn't worth it. I really love it. However, consider whether this is something you truly need, especially given that it's only available on the Pro Max model, which is also more expensive. I would like to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts about the photos down below. Also, as I mentioned cameras, I want to let you know that I'm not going to go into detail about the camera system and all the changes. Still, something worth mentioning is that you can now shoot in log, which is awesome. While I primarily use my Sony cameras for my videos, it's nice to have the option to shoot log on the iPhone as well. As of color, I already told you, but I chose the natural titanium, which is my favorite iPhone color ever released, but it's also available in black, white, and blue titanium, and I feel like all of them look really good. Regarding design changes, I do have other videos about it here on the channel, but I want to talk about the things that I really noticed in my day-to-day use. And those are actually 3. This iPhone is lighter, narrower, and has rounded corners. The weight reduction really helps because I always complained about how heavy the Pro Max iPhones were, so it's definitely better to hold and use now. I don't feel that weight bothering me after hours of use. Being narrower really helps when you try typing using only one hand. Pro Max users know how hard this is, and for the first time ever, I'm able to do that using the Pro Max model. So you can say whatever you want, this is indeed a benefit. And the rounded corners are also better for the grip. So even though the design changes were not really changes, I'm really happy with these 3 improvements. Additionally, Apple has replaced the mute switch with the action button on the Pro models. By default, it is set to toggle between the ring silent switch, but you can choose your preferred action easily. Simply go to Settings, tap on the action button, and then select your desired function. You can choose between silent mode, opening the camera with the option to choose the camera mode it opens to, flashlight, voice memos, magnifier, triggering a shortcut, accessibility, or no action. After selecting your preferred action, simply press and hold the button to launch it. But yeah, that's cool, but I'm sure you want to know if this change is really worth it. Does it make a difference, or it's just something different that you don't really need or you're never gonna use? And it's hard for me to give you a final answer because it really depends on the user, but I'll briefly share my experience. For the first 2 months, I had it set to the ring silent switch, which means that having a switch or a button would be the same thing. However, I changed this setting for the past month and I've been using it to enable a focus mode. As you know, I'm always recording videos, so I've created a dedicated focus mode for when I'm shooting to avoid receiving notifications. Therefore, I now have the action button set to enable and disable this focus mode, which really makes my life easier. But again, is it worth it? Actually, you'll be the one to know the answer to this because you have to think about whether or not you want quick access to any of the actions that I've mentioned earlier. If the answer is yes, it means that it may be worth purchasing the Pro models to have access to this new feature. If the answer is no, this is probably something that wouldn't make a difference for you, so you might be okay with the base model. On the other hand, yes, you could choose the Pro models because of the camera upgrade or finish, something other than the action button. Now, let me quickly talk about USB-C. The new port brings faster data transfer speeds of up to 10 gigabits per second to the Pro models, which now have USB 3 support. And we can all use the same cable to charge our Macs and iPhones, for example, which is definitely convenient. But I want to focus on the regular users here, people who don't shoot a bunch of videos and photos with their iPhones and don't really need the fast data transfer speeds. For those users, the port change is really just a port change. You will have the convenience of having an universal cable to use with all of your devices, and that's great. For the Pro users, you have the benefit of faster data transfer speeds, and the iPhone 15 models can be connected to an external display using an USB-C cable with no adapter required. So no complaints about USB-C at this time. To conclude, is the iPhone 15 Pro Max worth it? And the answer is both yes and no. I say yes because it's an awesome iPhone. I'm really happy with it, and I love that it's lighter, I love the new finish and the new camera system. So if you want to upgrade from an older iPhone or simply want to splurge and have the best that Apple currently offers, go for it. I have no complaints about it, really. Now, if you currently own the iPhone 14 Pro Max or another iPhone and don't miss having anything in particular in your daily routine, I would wait to upgrade next year. There's a whole video about this here on the channel in case you're interested in checking out. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to leave them down below in the comments section. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.